In other news, that's the end of the quickfire segment. Now we're into the longer segments. We'll come up with a term for it.
55 minutes.
Oh, it's more dead babies. A paramedic has been fired after suggesting that a woman puts her dead baby in a Tupperware box. Don't tell her to do that. So
in order to do what?
Just to carry it around. Like to, I don't know, take it to the dead baby box area. So, this might take a bit more explaining by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Which probably makes sense. Basically, it's just the paramedic sense of humour wasn't taken very well. It's basically what happened.
It was a joke.
A woman had a No, it wasn't, but...
Oh.
Light-hearted.
Okay.
Don't go get the temporary coffin. You know, it was like, oh, get the Tupperware box. Keep it fresh. So a woman suffered a miscarriage. And I think I'll try and... Actually, I want to find out exactly what it says. An unnamed patient who was under the care of Rosie Maternity Unit in Cambridge had earlier been told she'd lost her baby, but had been sent home and asked to return 48 hours later to deliver the dead baby.
Okay.
So the baby's passed away inside of her, but they need to get it out.
Yeah.
So they're going to do the natural progression of it and deliver the stillborn, I think is basically their plan.
That must be awful.
Seems rough. Like, keep her in hospital. That's the gut reaction, right? It's like, she's obviously suffered a trauma. She's got a corpse inside her now. Remove it. Not just keep it for a couple of days. That's the thing that kind of goes. But hey, I believe they probably know what they're doing. That's probably less traumatic. I don't understand why, but it probably is. But after experiencing contractions and bleeding in that window, she was at home. She called the ambulance. The ambulance party then turned up. They helped her out of her clothes. They had to be careful of... all right, hang on. I think she's... judging by this, she's delivered the dead baby. The dead baby... Delivered. Dropped it off. The dead baby has since exited her.
Right.
And the paramedics are there. She said, there was a bit of confusion with the clothes I was wearing, so they helped me out of them. Obviously, we had to be careful of our baby, and I was trying not to look or let it fall. So she was giving birth. She was having contractions. That makes sense.
Yeah.
She's in the middle of giving birth. She doesn't want to look at it because not a great thing to look at, delivering your dead baby. During my distress at this, I was horrifically asked if we had anything to put the baby in.
Okay.
Like a Tupperware box or something in your kitchen, and the parents were speechless. Which you go, there's practical reasons why they're doing this.
Yeah.
But I think from the description, they said they giggled nervously. So I think they are being a little bit cheeky about the situation, which is a natural reaction. Alleviates the tension.
Yeah.
Tough crowd.
It's ballsy.
You won't get a tougher crowd than
like
2 parents delivering their dead child. That is a tough room, right? So they're obviously trying to alleviate the tension in some way. I can understand why they would.
Yeah.
In trying to disperse the awkward atmosphere, one girl knelt forward to me and say, "Hey, at least it's not poo. We're bored of poo, and red's festive."
Did she say that?
Yeah.
Oh
She
my
said,
God.
At least it's not poo. We are bored of poo. And anyway, red is festive. Oh. It's a Christmas miracle.
Oh my God.
It appeared to me that this comment was made in relation to the festivities of Christmas, as this happened in November. The patient also... You just know that I can understand the humour behind it, but it's not the right place.
No, not at all.
Don't do this live. She said there was inappropriate behaviour when the umbilical cord was cut. She said, the time had now come to cut the dreaded cord, a very significant part of any normal labour and normally celebrated. You can imagine my surprise and shock when the pair of scissors were waved in celebration with a big grin in the direction of my husband, implying that he could do it for them. Oh, would you like to cut the cord?
Who are these people?
Paramedics. Oh God, I think it's great, but it's not good for society. The patient said, hang on, let's get this cut. You don't want all this hanging out of you, do you? Again, something that nurses would say during a traumatic situation to remind you that everything's okay, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
That kind of chat. You will get rid of this. You don't want this hanging around, do you? Let's get rid of this. That kind of chat is what it feels like. The patient said at one point, Banbridge, which I think is the paramedic, said, "I don't know what to do." Going on to tell the tribunal, it was terrifying to hear that in a situation like this. I don't know who Banbridge is then. I thought that would have been the... Miss Banbridge then resigned the following month and moved to Australia. Which is a good way of dealing with those problems, I think. Fuck you, you got no sense of humour. Go to Australia.
These cunts do.
Where's your Tupperware?
Jesus.
I think he was great in loads of situations, but it's definitely horrific in that situation.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can do much to escape horrifying images in that situation.
That feels written. Like, it feels like out of a... That doesn't seem like something that real people would do.
But that's what makes it better.
Yeah.
Let's go like, of course people do these ridiculous things. And just most of the time, people don't mind. People go along with it.
Yeah, but not...
It would be tough to find the funny in their situation.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, good on them for trying. They lost their jobs. Or shit, at least one person lost their job at least. Yeah. I mean, could have just been a cheery... Some people don't react well to a cheery face. You know? Trying to cheer everyone up. I know I sometimes have that. It's like, can you stop being nice to me? I went on... there was a website that was the Facebook ad that popped up that I was actually a little bit interested in. It was like bulk buy sugar-free sparkling waters. I was like, oh, that could be quite cool if I bought a bulk of them, if it was cheaper. I look at it, I go on their Facebook page, I just get prompted with loads of messages from the company as I'm trying to get to their website to see the prices. Yeah. And I just had to, can you fuck off, please? Like, what do you mean? It's like, I'm trying to get to your website. Would you like help getting to a website? No, I want you to stop stopping me from getting to your website. Just leave me alone. I'm not in the mood for this sales talk right now. Yeah. I'll either buy it or I won't. But exactly decided upon the price. Oh, you're too expensive. Okay, no.
Yeah.
That's fine. So I can understand not being in the mood for customer service or kind of cheeriness. It's a weird... I think this could have all been avoided if they just treated the sick woman when she was in hospital. Instead of sending her back to deliver a stillborn.
Yeah.
Seems like a strange prescription.
So they sent her home to deliver it?
They sent her home and said, come back in 48 hours.
Right.
And that's when you'll probably go into labour. Right. And that'll be the easiest way. Well, I guess that's a point, right? It's much safer to deliver a dead baby than to risk operation. Just because all operations carry risks. All operations
are risky.
And, labours can carry a risk, but I'm assuming because of this, they carry less of a risk than surgery.
Mm.
So... There's some logic in there. It's just pretty horrific that this really happens. Lastly, from me, in the factual sense, Russia. Russia. Previously, we spoke about them because they had the world's leading space technology during the space race.
Okay, yeah.
They were just scientifically ahead, and it scared the hell out of America. They're keeping up the trend now.
All right.
Their cows are in virtual reality.
What?
Their cows are now on another plane of existence. They're giving cows virtual reality goggles.
We've run out of fields, so yeah,
just to make them happier. So they've given them virtual worlds. I suppose a cow
doesn't know the fucking difference, does it?
Well, they must on some level, right? I mean, they must have different senses.
They must know something's up.
It's only visual, maybe audio.
This is weird.
But there'll be wind blowing, maybe they can get away with that, but there'll be smells that they can't smell, textures that they can't feel.
What have you got to simulate? You've got to simulate grass.
Yeah, basically.
Trees.
They go into...
You can do it. If Universal Studios can do it, Russia can do it.
Russian dairy farmers can definitely do it. They're creating a unique summer field simulation program based on studies that cows are better at perceiving shades of red than green. So it's fields of blood that they're showing these cows. These cows are having a great time.
Finally, I feel like I'm home.
Yeah. Oh, we've massacred everything. Now I can be happy and produce more milk. The impact of VR glasses on milk production will be demonstrated by further comprehensive study. So it's ongoing. I feel like it'd be good to keep up to date on what these cows are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting their games from somewhere.
Oh, but I want to know more.
Yeah. I mean, and it kind of makes sense, right? It's again, it's that whole kind of kids wearing turned up jeans and working on laptops on beanbags.
Yeah.
That's happening in the corporate world. Whereas in the, what's the word for...
Bovine?
Like farming...
Agricultural
world, the cows are now in a virtual reality. Imagine.
Yeah.
And chicken in a virtual reality. What did you put? Fish. Is fish agriculture? Must be. It's a big thing during Brexit. Aquatic.
What's a fish farm? Is that agricultural?
Must be. It's not fucking mechanical.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's not fish car. But yeah, it makes sense. And it just feels like it probably wasn't designed... They didn't make virtual reality in the first place for cows. But it feels like, yeah, it's the way everything's going.
If it means the cows are happier, I've got no problem with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't got a problem with it anyway.
Milk.
But like,
it made them unhappy.
I think if it makes them happier, it's quite cool. Because I've seen those videos of cows being let out after winter, and they're all just they're all just like jumping about and flying all over the place, like just really happy to be outside. And it's like there's part of it that's like, well, it's kind of necessary to keep you inside because it's very cold. And you're not necessarily built for this climate or this weather or whatever. Like you have to, you have to be inside. You can't, we can't manage you in this weather. Like with the number of you that there are, we just got to shut you away. So it makes sense. But on the other hand, you would rather they were just happy all the time.
But it also, you kind of feel that it's okay to do this to a cow because you can outrun a cow.
I'm not sure I can.
I could outrun a cow. I could defeat a cow.
Well, I'm thinking about bulls. Like, I couldn't outrun a bull.
Yeah, but they've got bigger legs, haven't they?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a dairy cow. Maybe you could outrun a dairy cow, yeah.
But you could defeat it in battle. And I think that if they decided to attack...
Sure.
I could definitely. That's going to be my feat of strength, is murdering a cow.
2020.
I've tried to figure out my loyalties, because strength and loyalty, I've been trying to embrace my loyalty, been getting all the nectar cards I could possibly get. I was trying to think of a way to test my strength, and I thought, well, I don't know, I'll put it to you. I'm not being arrogant or egotistical, but if we were to fight each other, that feels like that wouldn't be that enjoyable for you.
No, like, I'm not...
As in, even if I was losing, I still have a good time.
Yeah.
But I think you don't like it when I make fun of your USB cable. If I punched you in the neck...
No, I think
wrestled you to the ground.
At the end of the day, as far as strength and stuff goes, like I came to accept that, like, most of the time I'll be outmatched in strength by anybody that's bigger than me, really. Right. And if they reach their absolute potential and I reach my absolute potential, the chances are they will still always be stronger than me. Yeah. Just because of the fact that they're bigger, if nothing else.
Weights,
it's like I was talking to like a guy at work, and I was just like, that's kind of why I like running, because there's a certain point with running where it doesn't matter how big or small you are, it's just a matter of mentality. Like there's situations where where one person will perform better than another because of their biology, but if it comes to like outrunning each other as far as survival goes, like it feels more like a mental game at that point.
I reckon you have the same with strength in terms of like weightlifting, for example.
I always felt like there's more of
I've never been one of those really into it, pushing the boundaries.
I always felt like there's much more of a physical wall as far as weights. Like with running, I can do 10 times better on one day than I can the day before just because of my attitude.
But it's there is definitely a strange mental thing that goes with weights. I think self-preservation. If you bench press 80 kilograms and you think it's 10, it will be much, much easier.
Yeah.
Just if you do it by accident, or if you just mentally think that it's lighter, it will be lighter.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's heavier, your body...
There'll certainly be things you can put yourself into, but at the end, like there's definitely going to be things that you cannot do at all unless you train for it.
Yeah. And I've hit the walls and that with running and run through them, and that's this great feeling.
Yeah.
And I haven't necessarily had that with weights, but I've never really been that. I've never been a weight lifter. As in, I've done lots of weights, but it's usually just for the exercise.
Yeah.
And I've been like, I need to lift this much.
Yeah.
And I'm working towards it.
Yeah.
Whereas I have had that with running. Where it's like, I'm running and I'd like to stop running when I get home. Not a quarter of the way there, not a quarter of the way before.
Yeah.
It's been like, no, I need to push myself to make it all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I beat you in a fight, but I think I could run away from you pretty well.
That could be a test.
2020.
Can Nick get a bloodthirst strong enough to outrun Steve? But yeah, virtual reality goggles on a cow doesn't seem very threatening.
No.
Because I think most people could just deal with a cow.
Yeah.
If it was on like a horse, I think there's just a little bit more nervousness. And then strangely enough, if you put it on a wasp, can you imagine how terrified you'd be of a wasp in virtual reality?
Yeah.
That's so much more threatening than a horse.
Just a tiny little headset.
Yeah, and it's just seeing what it wants to see. And it's so motivated.
Yeah.
That it's like fucking killing everyone.
Oh.
The smaller and the more agile, I think, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Is the more terrifying it is when you remove their eyes and their ears from our reality and give them their own.
Yeah.
Seems disturbing.
Yeah. But at the same time, I could take out a wasp. Even if it stung me, it wouldn't kill me.
Yeah, but a
motivated
motivated
wasp gets
wasp?
one hit on me, I'm dead. Like, dead.
Yeah, but a motivated wasp that's living in another dimension.
It's only got so much poison. It's going to run out.
It'd be so happy with its current surroundings, it could, like, summon more wasp. I like wasp being the plural of wasp.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 7 wasp. It's just a great word.
Behold the wasp.
Yeah. You could put virtual reality goggles on a train and no one will give a shit.
No.
What's a train's ideal world? Darkness.
Yeah, maybe it likes the tunnels. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Russia's got virtual reality cows now.
Decent. I'd like to see that expand across the other animals.
Chickens. Yeah.
A chicken in a headset is a weird idea.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know where to look. You'd be so trapped. There's nothing you could do. Even Rocky Balboa could barely catch one chicken. Right. Can you imagine a chicken Rocky Balboa chasing you? Watching Rocky? Fucking... All is lost! All is lost! It's a terrifying world.